Hello again, I am Jim Bob and welcome back to F1 Manager 24 Creator Team Career here on the BC with Cadillac. Tonight, round 12. We're back from our 4-week gap, even though we've already had our mid-season break, and we head to Spa for the Belgian Grand Prix. And after another disappointing Grand Prix, we are in desperate need of a result, but I just don't think it's going to come tonight, unfortunately. Belgium is a track that's very high speed, a lot of good downforce requirements, and that's not something we're strong at in either position. Maybe tyres will help. I seem to remember us gaining a couple of places with tyres last season, but I don't know. I think this season's chances of being able to undercut a lot of cars by staying out long against short stops might be undercut a little bit by the grid having better tyre wear this season. So we'll have to see how it goes. I'm not overly confident that we can get into the points tonight, and we are running out of spare races. We've got 8 races after this one, 9 including tonight's race remaining in the season, and we still need to score points in 6 of them if we want to achieve our long-term objective, which might become important given that we are struggling to stay in touch with 7th place, which is our yearly target for the season. We are now, as you can see, 38 points behind Aston Martin in the constructor standings, and that gap's only been getting bigger. So while Aston themselves haven't been scoring a lot of points recently, Williams have, and they've moved up into 6th place just behind Alpine, and as I say, we're getting left behind. So I don't know if we can get points on a consistent basis. I think we can still score points at times this season. Whether or not we can get 6 more Grand Prix with points is another question entirely. Evening, Dino. Hello to everyone else who's lurking in the chat. Let's get ourselves underway, shall we? All right, so something in the inbox. Let's have a look. It's our strategy prep. So it's going to be cold. Maintaining tire temperatures might be tough. Not expecting rain. I seem to remember we might have a little bit of rain on the Friday, on the Saturday. There we go. So we might have a damp quali. That might help us get a little bit further up the grid. And then if we start higher up, we might be able to hang on and then maybe sneak into the points that way. We'll be dry through Friday and the Sunday. So let's see. Let's play it safe tonight. Let's go 20th with Valtteri. We will go 18th or higher with Lewis. And let's head to Spa.
This weekend, we're in Belgium, in the picturesque province of Liège.
In the Constructors' title battle, it's Mercedes who are currently leading. And at round 14, we're well into the season and the points allocation.
Let's get this underway.
It's round 12, Karun, not round 14. Although it would normally be round 14. So, right, let's have a little look-see. Do I want to run the rookies again tonight? I think we should. They haven't had a lot of opportunities so far in the first half of the season, given the sheer number of sprints we've had in that first half of the season. So let's give them another run out tonight, and so we can boost their development just a little bit. Evening, Daniel. Evening, Victor. Good to see you. A bit of a name change there. Right, so 15 laps is just for 1 lap run. Once again, we're going to try and get them we'll put a little bit of extra fuel in, but we want to try and get them in as soon as they've given us some feedback. So we're going to run soft tyres. We'll just up the fuel ever so slightly. I forgot to change out the parts before we came here, didn't I? I want to try and get in the habit of doing this, and it's a tricky one. I always seem to I'm so used to not doing it that I keep forgetting it needs to be done. Click back too far. Yeah, we'll go with that gearbox. Just have to keep an eye on it. Might have to change it after this session, which wouldn't be ideal. Getting quite heavy on the wear on our practice parts. Right, quickly just toggle the run plans for the ERS. There we go, and let's do some setups then. So one of the lower downforces of the season, not the most extreme low downforce, that's obviously Monza, and then Vegas and Baku. It's a very low rear wing around this circuit, usually a 9.5 or a 10, but the front wing ranges all the way up to a 4, so a little bit more on the front wing than Monza and the other two circuits. Let's go with a 9.5. Let's go with a 4 on the front. We'll go with a 3.7. And then let's push this up a bit. Let's go to about there, and let's push this up as well. Let's go to there, and let's move over to our other car. We'll go with... Ooh, excuse me. Bit of a belch sneaking out there. Let's go with a 3 on this one. Again, we'll go with a 9.5. I'll go with a 3.7 again. This time I won't go all the way up with the toe, but I will go up all the way with the camber. We'll just go to there, I think, like that. So we'll just kind of flip these two round just a little bit, and let's see how we do with that.
Green light.
So first onto the track is actually going to be one of the Alpines.
And radio check when you can.
Is it Wadsworth? It is Wadsworth.
Copy, loud and clear.
Helmet is wobbling there. Is that just a generic Alpine helmet? It is. It's quite a good generic Alpine helmet.
Radio check. Good for me too.
So quite a few rookies tonight by the look of it. We've got Sanhueza in for Ferrari. We've got Nagel in for Red Bull. We've got Wadsworth in for Alpine, as we are watching here. Somebody in here that I don't recognise, and Porsche as well for Williams. Kean Shields is in for Haas. Kasper Stucker getting another run out at Aston. And then we've got both of our rookies in as well. So who is the second Williams rookie? Victor Farkas. And of course, because of the vote that was passed in the chat last night, we are running the Rothmans livery on Williams for the rest of the season. I'm going to try and investigate getting the other liveries working over the weekend. Spent today putting together some photos to use for creating my own driver staff database, as I have found potentially a method that will allow me to do it without using Photoshop. Because I don't have Photoshop and I'm not paying Adobe's ridiculous prices just for a program I'm going to use every once in a blue moon.
But the car's definitely not happy. Surely some kind of fault.
Given that you can't buy the software outright anymore, you can only rent it on a monthly basis.
Anything we can help you with?
Yeah, a better setup by the look of it. That's not what I like to see, that our opening setup rating is good. 76%. A lot of work is going to be needed on that one. And we just missed him past the pits as well, so he's going to do a whole other lap. Is there not an open source variant to Photoshop? Yes, there is. Photopia.
Practice your pit lane entry.
Copy.
But I've never used software like that before, so I needed to try and find some tutorials for very specific things.
Watch your speed in the pit lane.
And so
Stop on the marks.
I'm going to be experimenting with trying to create driver profiles over the weekend. All right, let's have a look. Evening, Farah. Not enough rear wing, potentially. So let's go to a 10. Let's push that back to a 2.8. Or do I go the other way? Might go the other way. Going to need to change the front wing as well. Let's get to a 5.5 so I can bring this down like so. This is going to need to change as well. Let's try something like that. No, he's talking about Wadsworth Warren getting a run out. All right, run plan. What state are these tyres in? 63%. All right, 16 laps will be enough. There we go. Oh, it's going to be tricky to keep temperature in the softs as well, by the look of it, potentially this weekend. And there we go, full feedback for Jack, and that's not great either, 73%. So, difficult start to our setup for both cars here. Might well have to put another set of tyres on for Jack as well.
Speed limiter on. Will be stop on the marks and focus being in the middle of the box.
Don't think these ones are going to be in good enough shape to be able to go another 14 laps. Alright, so again, we need more rear wing. Let's try going that way this time. I'm not convinced. Yeah, not convinced. All right, let's do that then. Let's try that. Can I get 14 laps out of those tyres? No, I can't. Oh, I can get 13. We'll try and scrape these tyres to the end if we can. Well, let's see what the wear rate is on them actually. I haven't checked that. Oh, they're at 47%. No, they won't make it. Right, so the issue with that Alpine has escalated, so that part's going to get switched out at the end of the session. Still a problem with Max's Red Bull. %, so we made some progress, but still not where it needs to be. Driver development is now finished. Let's call in Sargent. So cornering is too high. That needs to go to about there then. Which means we're going to need to change our front wing value, maybe take that down a little bit further. Bring that down like that, and let's see how we get on with that. see Farah's got jokes. He's got something. Look at that, the VSC thing isn't lit up there. That was strange why that was lit up yesterday. Well, I say lit up, it just had it displayed on the wheel, but we'll check it in the race again. It's the return of the Logan Grr moments.
Now this is what happened as they took turn 8.
Just out on brand new tyres, so let's immediately destroy them.
And
Oof,
hopefully there's
that's a
not
big
too
lockup.
much damage to the tyres.
Three out of 5 for Jack. We should just about get his feed back in. He might not have enough fuel, actually. I just realised we didn't change the fuel load when we put new tyres on. So we better put him into conserve. Track temperature's come up a bit, so the tyres are staying heated. I don't know if the mediums are going to work very well, and we know we're going to have to push the hards. All right, might run the mediums in the next session rather than the hards, just to get some more data on the mediums while it's dry, because it will be wet potentially on the Saturday session. Oh, damn it, he boxed anyway. Ooh, okay. Not looking good. I wonder if we're running the same setup as Logan. No point sitting him out for a minute. We're going to get maybe 4 out of 5 with Logan before he makes it back to the pits. He's still got to finish this lap, cross the line, and then do an end lap. So there's a good chance we'll get 4 out of 5.
you are boxing this lap.
Right, let's listen for the ping. There it was. So that's 4 out of 5. Right, so at the end of the first session, it's Mercedes and McLaren looking particularly quick. Yuki's up there as well. But yeah, Mercedes and McLaren occupying 4 of the top 5 spots. Then we've got Alpine up there. Bortoletto's up there again. One of the Ferraris, one of the Red Bulls, one of the Racing Bulls, of Iwasa of all drivers. Can't read too much into it, but it's always curious to see what the times look like on first practice. All right then, into second practice, and we're going to run the mediums because I want to know how these are going to behave temperature-wise. Let's run for 25 laps, or try and run for 25 laps. Let's get a feel for how the car is looking feedback-wise. Better. Not quite where it needs to be. Let's try doing that, pushing that up to a 3.2. Let's send them out. I changed tyres on both. Yes, I did.
Four seconds, 3, 2, 1, green light.
All of the regular drivers are back in. We've got another issue with Gasly's car. So there were multiple issues, apparently. Wadsworth got one of them replaced, but not the other one.
That temperature okay?
And try to work on your front tires.
Temp still the same.
Beauty therapy training, they've nailed your hobbies and interests. Well, let's not forget toast. Williams 1-2 at the moment. Won't stay that way. Tyres right on the cusp of being in the window, it seems. I'm guessing it's 101. Let's keep an eye on the track temp, see if it's going up or down. It's going down. And the tyre temps are dropping as a result.
How's the car feel?
Keep the same.
Ooh, we
Understood.
got an optimal. That's encouraging. 97%. Ah, we're close. Stick a little bit more heat in these tyres. See what the actual temperature window is for them. And it is 101. Okay, so if we put some extra fuel in the car tonight so that we can push in the braking zones, that'll keep the mediums, I hope, in the temperature window.
Update when you can.
Only a great feedback here, but that's 93%, so it's progress still.
Copy that.
Soft should just about hang on. And then if we're running hard, we're probably going to have to push them at least once, maybe all the way up to full attack. Well, there we go. Gasly's car should go orange, and it has, so Gasly will get a new engine component for final practice. Been an interesting first day in Vegas. Lots of lockups, a huge amount of lockups. Another manhole cover issue as well, red flagging practice, and then as soon as they got back underway in second practice after the red flag, Leclerc's gearbox went, bringing out another red flag.
Yep.
Norris looking quick, Antonelli looking quick as well, as is Charles Leclerc. Didn't actually get to see a representative time from Norris. Oh, wow, a lot of cars in very close proximity here. It's a little concerning. It's Hadjar tries to find his way past the man he's replacing next season. There we go. Our running is done. Front wing needs to change. Let's go to a 3. Bring that back. I'll leave that there. Yeah, I mean, I hope Clark's enjoying himself as well. It's certainly not a particularly cheap Grand Prix to go to, I wouldn't imagine, in Vegas. Not that there really is such a thing as a cheap Grand Prix these days, unfortunately. Problem with Max, so that should be his car getting a new part in the next session.
It's not on the options, it's on the options.
Gearbox playing up for him as well. Might not see him in the chat later. So Lando up there again. Hadjar right up there with Max. Interestingly enough, Tsunoda actually topped Verstappen in FP2. Which I think is the first time that's ever happened. Right, into the final practice session, and it is going to start wet. So we're going to have to make sure that we do run on the hards at some point in this session. That, or we're going to end up giving up another 2 sets of softs instead of just the one. Let's put 20 laps of fuel in. Send them out. Let's see what the weather's going to do.
So now we have green light.
It is going to dry up. That's good. That's what I wanted to see. Did I ever have a problem with the longer train mod? I personally didn't. I didn't see that many trains that were of a more realistic length. I did see a few, but it does say in the mod description there are a couple of places that you need to be wary of because it can cause traffic to come to a grinding halt. One of them is in Oregon, I think. I'm not sure where the other one is.
And no more rain.
Any comments though?
Let's have a look. It's 99%. I knew I needed to move it. That's an easy fix. So we're pretty much there now with Valtteri. Just need a little bit more feedback from Lewis. And there we go. Nailed it with Hamilton's car. Excellent stuff.
Understood.
Track condition changes to dry, so let's call them in so we can put the hards on. So not quite the same setup, but very, very similar. So a single push with fuel push will get us there. Potentially, anyway. going to be running our best engines again, given the nature of the circuit. We go to Hungary after this, so we'll be running older engines at Hungary and then going back to the new engine for the Italian Grand Prix.
Anything we can help you with?
Copy that.
There we go, spot on. Just need a little bit more time on track. Right, we're there with Hamilton. Just missed him. Valtteri's going to have to go to the flag, I think. There we go. Just got Valtteri in. Fantastic stuff. And that is us done in practice. Once again, Antonelli up there. Both of the Audis are up there. Could see an interesting grid, depending on what the rain's going to do in qualifying. If we're going to get rain in qualifying. That might have been it for the entire weekend's rain, that little bit we had in the first half of the session, but we shall see. Qualifying is up next.
Hello and welcome to the much anticipated qualifying session.
Qualifying at Spa is one of the most exciting sessions of the year, and the season's longest lap leaves little margin for error. Drivers need to give it their all whilst avoiding any mistakes.
Karun, if we could perhaps talk about Lewis for a moment. How do you think he's feeling?
The main thing on my mind was their speed in practice. They just weren't that fast. But was that down to the driver, the car, the team experimenting? We don't know, and we'll just have to see how they fare in qualifying.
Strap yourselves in. This is Formula One.
Looks like it's going to be a very wet start. Full wets on the car. What's the water level? 4.1. All right. Let's get those engine parts changed over. Sure, I've put the tick in the right place. And let's see if the track is going to get worse or better in the immediate short term.
Green light.
Sounds like somebody's coming straight out, so my guess is it's about to get a little worse. Oh no, it's actually going to get a little bit better. All right, well, let's head out. Thought I heard the squeal of tyres before I even clicked on my button. Apparently not. Maybe the AI is going to wait until it drops below 4 mil before they head out. So we might not see them for the first few minutes. If that gives me a nice uninterrupted run on my first attempt, then I'm all for that. Yep, there's Stroll coming out.
So you're in a good position.
Wrong button.
And track is clear, track clear. Will be more push for last corner.
Still no sign of anybody else. And Iwasa now makes his way onto the track. Hamilton just fractionally quicker than Hamilton. Let's see what Stroll does when he gets through his first sector. Yellow flag. Is that Hamilton or is that Stroll? It's Hamilton. Locking up at Rivage.
Yellow flag where you are.
Now this happens down at turn 8. The wheels just lock up there, and it's obviously proving hard going out there.
Stroll just a little bit quicker. A couple more cars starting to come out now, so the track looks like it's about to change. Let's see. Yeah, everyone's coming out on inters. So we lost 3.5 seconds thanks to that lockup. We've got another yellow flag. That's not Hamilton again. Is it? It's Magnussen. It's nice. We're riding on board with with Hamilton right now. Magnussen running wide through turn 4. That's going to be Radion. we are not going to set an amazingly good lap time here with the full wets. So I think I'm going to abort the run. Let's call them in. Because the wets fall apart so much faster with the tyre mod compared to you know, default vanilla. You can run the full wets comfortably at around 3 mil without them overheating that much. AI generally tends to take them down to about 2 point something, you know, the low 2s before they change off them. If it's maybe not a particularly long window of lighter rain. But they would absolutely disintegrate for us if we tried that.
Copy. Box there is very slippery. Copy.
So according to our predictions, it's going to stay a bit like this for a while and then potentially dip a little bit lower at the end, but
Slippery track.
that's assuming that our forecast accuracy is accurate. It invariably isn't. How long we got left? 10 minutes 53. Let's just do one run for now. As Hamilton starts to make his way in. See if we get in the way of Awasa. No, Awasa's finished his lap, so he won't be in the way.
Copy that.
And we won't get in his way. Not a great first sector for Max or for Hadjar.
And we need you to push
Antonelli got a nice strong first sector, but he's now losing time in the middle sector behind Alex Albon, who didn't have a great middle sector. There's a lot of fluctuation in some of these lap times. Or some of these sector times here. Welcome back, Micon. And Max is top. Mick and Gasly both up there, and everyone's pulling over, look, to get off the racing line, waiting for another car to come through, but they're all just getting in each other's way at the moment. This could make things a little problematic for us when we actually start our flying lap. There we go, they eventually sort themselves out, but now we're going to have quite a long string of cars to overtake, potentially, with Valtteri here. And they're getting in each other's way again. And now we have a yellow flag out there.
Let's see what
Look at
happens.
Charles.
Just look at how wet the asphalt is.
And again, this is on their in-lap.
The brakes couldn't cope. And I doubt there's going to be too much criticism after that, though, when you consider these conditions.
It's on an in-lap, so yeah, there's criticism.
We're looking good.
All right, here comes Valtteri.
You are good to go.
Up to the bus stop.
Watch for traffic.
So, short sprint as we go over the line into the La Source hairpin. Track water level 3.4 and starting to climb again. Into Eau Rouge. Up through Radion. Down the Kemmel Straight. Absolutely flat out. 278 kilometers an hour. Hard on the brakes into the Les Combes chicane before the Malmedy right-hander. Then Rivage. Through Speaker's Corner. And then into the double left-hander of Pouhon. Then the La Fagna chicane. And then into the Stavelots. Before blasting back up the hill. Up to Blanchimont. And then back to the bus stop chicane again. That traffic's all got out of the way of us, which is nice. So this will be a nice clean run. Theoretically, the track's in best condition for us compared to some of the AI drivers. Valtteri goes P7. Hamilton's going quicker.
You are currently P7. Okay, mode in.
And out to the chicane for Hamilton. And he goes P5.
P5.
As Leclerc exits the pits once again, as does Arvid Lindblad, just in front of him. And let's see if the track does actually improve just here. We will have time for one more run. But I'm not sure we're going quick enough, so I'm going to take manual control to speed their in-laps up. Expecting a little flurry of activity in any second in the pit lane to get the rest of the grid out. There's a few cars out there already. Here come a few more. It's Max now making his way out, I think. Yes, Max. And Sainz. And Russell. And now Hadjar as well. Albon. The McLaren's now making their way out. That's Piastri. So yeah, we're starting to see a flurry of activity. As Norris now makes his way out as well.
Be careful, slippery pit wall.
And we need to get straight out. We'll go with the same tyres, they'll be good enough. It's going to be really tight on time here. Actually, no, what am I thinking? It's 2.5 minutes. Yeah, we're okay. We're comfortable.
A reminder for brake temperature. Coming.
And the track is getting better.
Watch for traffic. Try to work on the front tires.
And we're going to be, I think the last one's across the line. Although not by much. So track has improved slightly. It's about, what, 3.5 by the time we finished our lap. It's come down a little bit more. But it's going to stay like this now, I think, for everybody. So this is now going to come down to a straight pace race. This is where we might start to plummet down the order again. Hamilton might well get through. Valtteri, maybe not. How far behind is he? Let's have a look. So his best time is a 1:55.2. Half a second away from Verstappen. .155.1, 0.3 away. So it's close, but it usually is close, despite it being a long lap. The margins are usually quite close around this circuit.
So you're in a good position. Gap is
So
currently
Valtteri gets flying.
good to go.
And you are doing a good job on tires. Keep it like this. Track is clear. Track is clear.
And yeah, the times are starting to tumble. Look, Behrman has gone half a second quicker than Max's time. We've got a yellow flag out there. Someone with a spin, I'm guessing at the end of the lap, maybe?
Single yellow where you are.
Yeah, Iwasa at the end of the lap.
Now this is where the RB driver's involved.
Out of the bus stop,
Whoa,
onto
and
the
there
start-finish
it goes.
straight, and
Conditions
little
clearly
pirouette there.
causing problems for the drivers.
so Valtteri's improved, and he's up on a few guys in the first sector. That's encouraging. Well, he's going to start hitting some traffic now. Hamilton's going to have a lot more to deal with, I think. Hamilton's improved as well, but he's down on Valtteri at the moment. In fact, actually, that Audi in front of Valtteri is on the push lap as well, so he's actually in a really good spot. Or at least he was through the first sector, so let's see if the dirty air affects us in a bad way. Russell goes up to second, Max retakes top spot. We're getting shuffled down the order a bit further. Not a good middle sector for Valtteri, he's lost time. We're about to lose time as well. Yeah, lost a little bit of time through the exit of Lafagna into Stavlo. And there we go, lap ruined. So that's Hamilton probably out now. It was all down to what Lawson does, and Lawson gets through. So Hamilton's out, and so is Valtteri. We're out in Q1 again. God damn it! We had a chance to get a car through, and traffic said, "Nah, not happening." So, eliminated then from Q1, it's Hamilton, Bottas, Stroll, Ocon, Lindblad, and Iwasa. Let's see who's sixing on pole, shall we? It's Kimi, Kimi from Charles, Lando in third, Oscar fourth. Where's George? George didn't make the top 10. Oh, that's going to shake things up in the standings if he can't cut through very well. Tsunoda fifth, Lawson sixth, Behrman seventh, Sainz eighth, Bortoletto ninth, Schumacher 10th. Max didn't make it either. So Gasly 11th, George 12th, 13th for Verstappen, 14th for Magnussen, 15th for Albon, 16th for Hadjar. That is an interesting grid order.
Well, it's a fantastic turnout, as it always is here in Belgium, as we prepare for 44 laps around Spa.
Motor car racing didn't have the best of starts at Spa-Francorchamps. Only one driver registered for the very first car race back in 1921, so a motorbike race replaced it instead. Times have changed, and now Spa is a solid fixture on the F1 calendar.
Spa-Francorchamps is an F1 favourite, consisting of challenging corners, high speeds, and the chance for drivers to really prove themselves. The long lap has different downforce demands, with sectors 1 and 3 requiring pure speed, and sector 2 a twistier and more technical affair. Tension continues to build here as race day begins.
I do love some of those opening shots that show the elevation change in the circuit. It's a lot more pronounced than people think, because you only see it from specific angles most of the time. But there are some very steep inclines and declines in it. Right, any penalties to change up the grid order, or anyone starting in the pits? No. So as they were then at the end of quali. What do we want to do strategy-wise? Do we want to try the one stop? I'm probably going to have to push the mediums, unless we have a lot of spare fuel. Could go with a set of hards. I think what might potentially be the better option is going to be maybe something like this, perhaps. Get off those softs early onto a set of mediums, and then another set of softs. What might actually be an even smarter play would be going very aggressive on the mediums. Getting off those early and going on to a pair of softs like that. Hamilton could make that work if we can keep the temperature in those tyres. That's the thing. What's the track temperature? Does it show us on the overview? No. I might try for the one stop, but we'll program in an aggressive two stop just in case. Yeah, that's not going to work at all, is it? Maybe. Maybe we try that with Lewis. All right, let's stick in 2-3 extra laps of fuel. just to help keep the temperature in the tyres. And we are ready. The Belgian oh dear, excuse me. The Belgian Grand Prix is next.
Final checks are being carried out by the teams, and it won't be long until we get this race underway. And there's no doubting that Lance Stroll is prepared to put in the hard work.
Not a huge surprise.
I'm
to see
sorry,
them in
what?
19, but they've certainly got the potential to move up from here.
And it'll be exciting to see just what will happen here today. Get ready, it's the Belgian Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we go.
All right, good start from Hamilton as he gets alongside Hadjar. Can he convert down the hill? Yes, he can. So Hamilton up a place into 16th. Valtteri holding on to 17th. Sorry, to 18th. Hadjar's going to try and come around the outsides. He might take the place. And he does with a little bit of creative cornering there.
Drivers, keep up now. Continue like this.
Right, so Valtteri is going to be pushing hard. So I might swap them over.
Understood.
Charge button on.
Yep.
Let's just get through these opening couple of laps first of all.
Charge on. Copy.
We are definitely heavier than the AI, I'm guessing. They usually under fuel. We've very much over fueled.
So let's go mode push.
Yeah, copy.
DRS is enabled.
Antonelli leads from Norris.
Yeah,
Leclerc down to 3rd. Piastri 4th. Russell down in 12th. Max not off to a great start. He's dropped down to 13th. Oh my god, I thought it was going to be collision then.
Stroll.
Don't scare me like that, Valtteri. Jesus.
Understood.
So tyres are going to be... Oh, someone's locked up. It's Albon.
Good job, good job.
Yeah, big lockup for Alex Albon there.
So let's take a look at the replay. Here we are going into turn 9.
Huge
They
cloud of
decide to
smoke
give it a
there.
go.
Yeah, so tyre temps are going to skyrocket on this set of tyres, but we're not going to be on for too long. So so that we can get onto the softs. We may have to moderate the push level every now and again. As Iwasa gets past Lindblad in the bus stop. They're side by side on the run to La Source. Lindblad on the inside. And Iwasa goes around the outside and retakes the place. Norris has pushed onto the back of Antonelli. Couldn't get through at Lecombe. He's having a look here. Oh, and he just goes around the outside. That Rivage, that's a very, very brave move. And a lovely move at that. Piastri is ahead of Leclerc now. Max back in front of Russell. And Norris is going to try and sprint away now and see if he can open up a big time gap to his teammate, who is outside the points at the moment.
Use the energy. Okay.
Cool your tyres.
Bring the temperature of these tyres down just a touch.
Get those tyres temperatures down.
Okay.
Charge on.
A little sneaky look at the inside for Lance Stroll. Nothing doing. Hamilton looking to retake the position and push on again. Valtteri not willing to give up the place just yet. Hamilton's got the inside line though. And through he goes. He has a full battery, so we may as well use it. See if we can push him on while we just manage Valtteri's tyre temps.
Okay, rubber mode push.
It was always going to be tricky starting on the mediums with so many starting on the softs. The only other car on the mediums is Magnussen. So that Haas is quite punchy in a straight line.
Let's get after these cars in front.
A lunge from Stroll. And well defended from Valtteri. And again, shutting him down. Although he will have a run at us down the Camel Straight. And even on this full push, having to drive very defensively, Valtteri just cannot even begin to stay close with Hamilton. While Hamilton's trying to close back up to the field in front. Russell's down to 14th place now. Hadjar's caught and passed him. And with Norris now 2 seconds clear of Antonelli, this is looking like it's going to be a disaster Grand Prix for the reigning world champion. His teammate is going to try and re-establish control of the championship again. Those two are going to be scrapping all the way to the end of the season, it looks like. Meanwhile, Hamilton is as far behind as he is ahead. And Russell's struggling to stay with Hadjar. I'm wondering if Russell's got an old engine in the car. Maybe that's why he just doesn't have pace today. But it's not looking good for him at the moment.
Mode push, please.
And charge button on, charge button on.
Trying to go 3 wide. Stroll will squeeze through as we have to be wary of Ocon.
I can't go faster.
Do your best. We've got Ocon behind.
And we're not closing in on Magnussen. Everyone's in a queue at the moment behind Gasly.
So you're doing a good job on tires.
Mode push.
Copy.
And Ocon now threatening to have a look. We're going to miss out on DRS here down the main straight, but hopefully we can get back into it for the Kemmel.
DRS enabled. Ocon has it.
And the answer is no. We did not get back in the DRS range. Piastri gets past Antonelli. McLaren's are now 4 seconds behind Norris.
What about tyres?
Here comes Ocon.
Yeah, for me, tires are good.
And he has the grip to punch through. Valtteri's race is already starting to look a little bit iffy. Hamilton is now starting to close in on the cars in front. Russell back in front of Hadjar, so back up to 13th, but still way out of position. As the fuel weight starts to burn off and the AI tyres start to fall apart compared to ours. There is the possibility that we can actually lap faster than some of the cars in front of us.
And tyre phase update when you can.
Lawson and Schumacher battling over the final points position. And Schumacher takes 10th. Oh, Max has a little lunge on Lawson as well. No respect for his former teammate there, just dive bombed up the inside. And Max could maybe even make the move on Mick here into Les Combes. He got a hell of a run. Moves to the inside, not close enough. And Lawson loses out to Russell. So Russell has found some pace. Lindblad overtakes Valtteri. It's just all going wrong for Valtteri at the moment.
Cool your tyres. Come in.
My hope with Valtteri is that his pace will improve when we get him onto softs. We're going to probably bring him in a little bit earlier than forecast. Just to get him off those tyres and get him an undercut. Lawson's into the pits already. Yeah, Lindblad's 2.5 seconds clear of Valtteri. That's insane. Medium tyres going on for Liam Lawson. He will get out ahead of his teammate, who's also stopped. So both Williams have made a stop already. Albon had that huge lockup, so I'm not surprised he's already stopped. Magnussen and Hadjar fighting amongst themselves now that the extra obstacle of Lawson is out of the way. Hamilton's right there now, into DRS range, if we can stay there.
And you can use all the boost bar.
Yep.
Oh, I've got Stroll right on my backside. There he is. As Bortoletto hits the pits. Decent stop. Medium tyres going on. Into DRS range.
And charge
There we
button
go. New
on,
fastest lap
charge
for Alex
button
Albon.
on.
Yep.
Valtteri is caught back up to Bortoletto. Oh no, wait. Bortoletto is stopped. Well, we're going to be stopping Valtteri soon. I'm going to get undercut by both of the Williams drivers, so Valtteri's going to end up last when he comes out the pits. But then hopefully he'll have enough pace to get in front of a few of the other cars still not stopped. And there's my hope. Track temperature has come down a little bit. I think I boxed on lap 12.
He does have DRS on you. So boxing this lap, please.
We have dropped out of range again, thanks to close attention from Stroll. Next Friday. No, not next Friday. A week on Friday next. So 2 weeks time. In 2 weeks. The 5th of December.
Gap to him 2.0.
I wasn't entirely sure when I took the phone call because I was half asleep when I took the phone call confirming the appointment until I got my letter through. I had the horrible feeling it was the 11th I was going in. My birthday's on the 12th, so it meant I would have woken up in hospital on the morning of my birthday and been incredibly uncomfortable. Still probably going to be a bit uncomfortable. A week removed from the surgery anyway. All right, so this is the final lap for Valtteri before he boxes. Yeah, just an elective surgery. Been waiting for a little over a year, but since I first, requested the referral, but once I got my anaesthetics appointment just over a month ago, it's come together pretty quickly. Right, so Oscar is in from P2. Sainz coming in as well. Russell's still a way off at the moment. Yeah, Russell's 20 seconds off his teammate, so he's not going to beat Norris today. But he might be able to limit the damage. In comes Valtteri. Onto a set of softs, get him off those mediums. That was a nice tidy stop. 2.064, that's our quickest ever stop with Cadillac. And that surely has got to be right up there at the top of the leaderboard.
Car ahead is Albon. "32 laps to go."
I don't know if it will completely resolve the issue. I mean, when I had the operation 5 years ago, I was warned I might need to do it again in the future, and that has turned out to be the case. So I won't be at all surprised if I have to go back in under the knife again in a few years. All right, how much longer until we box Lewis? The box lap 19. So about 5 more laps. So we've got Ocon and Sainz right behind us. Sainz has just stopped. Ocon hasn't. Sainz getting shown the curb by Ocon there, getting his elbows out.
Tyre phase update when you can.
Rear's dropped a little bit.
So as Valtteri starts lap 14, he is 13 seconds off the back of the cars behind us. Ocon has picked up a fault. He might lose his place to Sainz here as well.
It certainly looks like they've developed a fault.
He got boxed in behind us by Sainz. Will Sainz sneak through? No, Ocon does just keep him at bay. There's a chance for Sainz to dive up the inside though, and he does. Sainz is through. That's going to put some pressure on Lewis. Yeah, a buddy of mine stateside's just come out from surgery a couple of days ago. Had to have his shoulder fixed. Alright, we're almost where we need to be with Valtteri. Let's just get a little bit of heat into the tyres and we'll start to push his battery and start upping his pace. Pit window opens up for Hamilton next lap. Lawson now has an issue.
But there! Oh dear, that's not what they need right now.
The same.
Tsunoda's
He's not who he used to be. He doesn't come online that much anymore. I don't know if he's still having issues with his eyesight. His hand has got a little bit better, but he still has problems. All right, we've definitely lost some time this lap under this immense pressure from Sainz. Magnussen dives into the pits. What tyres is he going on to? If he goes soft, he's two stopping.
Tyres are ready.
He's going soft, so that is a two-stop for Magnussen. He will get out in front of in front of Valtteri. Quite comfortably.
Tyre temps look good. No management required.
Copy.
So about 8 seconds to Magnussen. 1:45.9, but that was with battery push. It's definitely quicker than the cars that we're chasing though, so Let's hope that the pace stays up now that when we turn the battery off. Hamilton's tyres have just dipped out of temperature. The track is cooling. Potentially. And Tsunoda's into the pits. He's got a fault that I didn't realise. Still no stop for Norris and Antonelli or Leclerc or Behrman or Gasly. Those guys are going to be going to the end. It's a bad stop for Yuki. Problems with that front right. Max moves through and so does George. It'll be close with Mick, but I think Mick will just get him. He should come out just in front of Isaac. He gets onto the track just in front of Mick, but Mick's got the run and he'll get the DRS, so Mick will get through. That's Valtteri pretty much out of battery now.
Charge on, please.
Copy.
Sainz still not able to get through, and Tsunoda does actually manage to hold back. Schumacher there. Oh, that was close from Sainz. Ocon's still there as well. We're ruining Sainz's race.
You are doing a good job.
Bad for him, good for us. For both Lewis and for Valtteri. Because Sainz needs to stop again. And we are limiting the potential pace in his car on those soft tyres. As Behrman makes his stop, we're going to start to see a few more coming in. There's Max coming in. So he's going to try and undercut George. George now will potentially try and push for all he's worth. Oh, it's a bad stop. Medium tyres. He's not going to get past Behrman. Is he going to feed out? It's going to be close with Lewis. It's going to be very close with Lewis. There is Lewis. And he slots in just ahead of Sainz. So that was critical for Max to get out in front of Sainz. He'll get the DRS as well. And while he's not able to get the move done because his tyres are cold, he was able to keep ahead of Sainz. Iwasa has stopped, so that's pushed Valtteri up into 21st. Lawson and Magnussen are swapping places. Box on the next lap with Lewis. We're a long way behind Hadjar now.
Take care of the tires.
Understood.
Here comes Sainz having a look, and Sainz gets through. Schumacher's in. He's going medium tyres. I'm going to stick to my initial plan of going hard with a push.
Box now, box.
In the box is up.
And Valtteri is lapping quicker than Lawson, although Lawson stopped early to go on those medium tyres. Magnussen goes through. There is Lawson. There's Valtteri. 146.4. It's not quick enough.
Very happy with time.
Sainz finally gets past Hamilton.
And push now, push.
So Sainz has finally been released, and look how much he's taking off already. He's used up the best of those soft tyres trying to get past us. As Norris comes in from the lead, he's now 9.5 seconds clear. Ultra set of mediums. Now try and take him to the end. Leclerc's coming in as well. And George comes in. So, critical stop here for George. It was a bad stop for Verstappen, who is still trying to find a way through. It's a cleaner stop, but not an especially quick stop. And Max gets through as Hamilton is in. Russell gets out just in front of Sainz. Oh, bad stop. No. Oh, it's a terrible stop. We had to wait for Ocon as well. Oh,
No
damn it.
traffic in pit exit.
We're going to the end, but yeah, we're at the back of the grid. That's not good at all.
Ocon in front. And 25 laps to go.
Hasn't really worked out well for
What about
Valtteri, this
tyres?
strategy either.
Not too bad.
Car just isn't good enough for this circuit. All right, in comes Antonelli. Norris goes through. Gasly yet to stop. Will he come in this lap? No, he's in turn one right now. Tsunoda goes through. He has stopped, so Tsunoda has undercut Kimi here, but he might need to stop again. Antonelli will get out in front of Leclerc. Stroll is in. So Valtteri will get ahead of Stroll. Where will Hamilton end up, though? Here's the question.
ERS.
Understood.
So mode push.
Copy.
So that's Iwasa and Ocon. Stroll gets out just in front of his teammate. And there's Hamilton still at the back of the field.
Next guy in front is Ocon. Gap to him 2.2.
E18. Car behind is Stroll.
Right, now Gasly's in. New fastest lap for Lando Norris, a 144.2. Through goes Yuki. There's Leclerc and Antonelli battling into the start-finish straight, coming out of the bus stop. Good stop from Gasly. Antonelli has lost the place, but Leclerc's now picked up an issue. Behrman's going to get through. Will George get through? No, there is Gasly coming out of the pits. So George is P8 right now. Lindblad's into the pits for his second stop. That should take him through to the end.
Just concentrate on getting your tyre temps down. Copy.
Hamilton's finally got his tyres in the window.
Copy.
Do Alpine have Renault engines? No, they're running Mercedes engines because it's 2027, so Renault engines don't exist anymore.
Tyre temps good.
I think we might have to keep our tyre push at this level to keep the temperature in the tyres. We'll see. The pace isn't really there at the moment, which is a bit frustrating. So McLaren, Mercedes, Aston, Alpine, they're all running Mercedes engines, as are Williams. So that's 5 teams running Mercedes engines. Haas, Cadillac and Ferrari are running Ferrari engines, so that's 8 of the 10 of the 11 teams. Red Bull and Racing Bulls are running Ford engines, and Audi are running Audi engines. Sainz is in for his second stop. I've lost my cursor. There it is. It's not a good stop for Sainz, but he is going to get out in front of Lewis. Or is he? He might not, actually. He's back behind Hamilton again. Medium tyres have taken to the end. Still haven't got onto the back of Ocon and co, which is a little annoying. He's stopping Valtteri again soon.
And charge button on.
Yep.
And there we go. Now we're on the back of the
And
cars
we
in front.
take care of the tires.
Let's try and get that battery rebuilt while we're in the slipstream.
Charge button on.
Escalation of the issue, I think, for Stroll.
And as far as we can tell, they've got a fault with the car.
Not Stroll, Lawson. Everything's gone orange, so maybe he only had a temporary fault. Maybe it wasn't him who had a fault earlier. I thought he did. I could have sworn he did. So maybe it was just a temporary fault, went away and it's come back again. New fastest lap for Max, a 1:43.6.
Sign behind with DRS. And more energy available.
See if we can punch our way through or knock on. Don't think we're close enough. No, we're not.
Continue, keep going. Charge button on. Look after the tires, please.
Still margin to push a bit harder through turn 6 and turn 12.
And Ocon's got himself back into range of the Wasser again. Well, we've been dropped, yeah. Ocon's suddenly decided to pull his finger out. And at the same time, Sainz is putting us under pressure.
Sainz behind with DRS.
As Ocon gets through. Stroll's taken off.
0.4. Race is long.
Oh, I think we just missed the DRS. It's going to be tight. We might get it. We've got a slipstream. We didn't get the DRS. We go defensive to try and cover our sights. Well, we see him swoop around the outside. Nope, we cover him off. Oscar's in for his final stop. I wonder, another set of mediums. Oh no, wait, no, he's on softs, wasn't he? So a set of mediums to go to the end. I wonder if any of the front runners or any of the other cars are going to need to make a second stop. We've had very few two
Behind
stops.
we have Sainz.
Piastri will come out just in front of Charles Leclerc. New fastest lap for Gasly, 1:43.0. Russell's still down in 8th place, but ahead of Max Verstappen, thanks to Max being stuck behind Hamilton for a little while. Magnussen's in the pits, so I was wondering if he was going to stop again soon. And the answer is yes, right now. There goes Valtteri and Stroll. Another set of soft tyres for Magnussen should take him to the end.
I really struggled.
He started on the medium, so he doesn't need to run a different compound. Problems for Ocon.
Very strange car behavior now.
Is that going to open the door for Lewis? Oh, that's a serious fault as well. It's gone orange.
Next car behind now is Sainz.
More excellent defending from Hamilton here. Did you not hear my answer earlier, Maicon? Stroll has got past Valtteri. Iwas is right on him now. Valtteri's pace starting to struggle. Let's yeah, no, we need to keep him on the schedule he's on. Albon's in for his final stop. Soft tyres. There we go. Hamilton is not catching Ocon, despite Ocon's issues, because we're under a lot of pressure.
Understood.
Lindblad has got in front of Sainz. Let's just push and see if we can make our way through. Do I keep Valtteri out for one more lap? No, because we've got a VSC. So, let's check the wheel. So we got the VSC notification popping up on the wheel. Why did we have that all the way through the race yesterday then? When we didn't have a single VSC. That's odd. Very odd. Evening, Johnny. Right, let's box Valtteri under the VSC. I am kind of tempted to box Hamilton as well, but oh, Bortoletto's out. He's in the barrier at the exit of La Fagna. What we will do is do that. And do that.
VSC. Stay as close as you can to 0 on the delta.
Copy.
Now, there's been an incident involving the Sauber.
Yeah, went in backwards.
I don't know actually what happened.
You crashed, mate. That's what happened.
And while all that was happening, the crew in the garage could do nothing but watch on.
That's a big roll of the eyes from the mechanic there. So that's going to make it a little easier for us to achieve our sponsor targets.
And we need to manage front tires.
I'm going to keep Hamilton out.
A crash in the main straight on the left. Crash in the
See
main
if anyone
straight.
else boxes. Lawson boxes.
Is he okay?
He's okay. Watch for debris.
Valtteri was going to box either this lap or next anyway. So this has worked out beautifully for Valtteri. And Lawson gets held for us coming through as well. Nice stop again, 2.1.
Car ahead.
Valtteri's still going to be at the back of the grid, I think, but he's going to be a lot closer than he would have been.
So there are 17 laps to go at the end of this one.
And we'll pop a quick commercial break while we're waiting for this to clear.
We need to do the full management on this set.
Copy.
So my absolute hope here is that we will see a couple more stops straight after the VSC ends and propel Hamilton a bit further up the order. But points are not a million miles away. We are, let's see, 8.5. Let's pause for a second.
VSC ending.
Let's work this out. How far off
Copy.
the points are we? About 17 seconds away from points. So if there are any stops from these guys, which we might get one or two, but we won't get that many, will help us. Let's get fired back up. And Valtteri came out right behind Alex Albon. As we go back to green flag.
DRS enabled.
Lawson with an escalation of his issue.
But it looks like they're carrying some kind of fault.
Remember, a long way to go in this race.
Lindblad got through. No, he didn't. Oh, wow. Lawson's really struggling. Look at that. I'm wondering why it was so suddenly closing in on those cars. It's because of Lawson's issue. Magnussen squeezed his way through. Albon couldn't.
Tyre temps are good.
Copy.
Slow down
And
now.
Hamilton did manage to stay ahead of Lindblad. Gap to Ocon's 3.5 seconds. He's tucked up behind Iwasa. So whatever the issue is for Ocon, it's not having too detrimental an impact on his pace. And here's a lunge, and we get alongside Albon. Can we convert?
A long way to go.
No, Albon just chops across us on the exit of the bus stop. And Albon will go around the outside of his teammate. Can we get the slingshot?
Okay, let's get on it. Still everything to play for.
Yes, we can. And we get the DRS as well. Oh, come on! What the hell? Again, it's side by side, and this time we're going to lose the place.
Yeah,
So at least we keep Sainz behind us.
Continue, keep going. Behind you it's Sainz.
Oh, I can't believe we got screwed over like that with Valtteri. New fastest lap for Leclerc. Lap 31 out of 44. Norris leads by 12 seconds from Piastri, from Tsunoda. Then Piastri, Leclerc, Antonelli, Behrman, Gasly. Russell is down in 8th place. So that is a 21-point swing as things currently stand in favour of Norris. And all of a sudden, Lawson's found some pace because he's pulling away from
The car's
Valtteri.
definitely not happy. Surely some kind of fault.
Tsunoda's problem's getting a little bit worse. His car now goes orange. Let's see if we can get our way back through.
Use the energy. Okay.
There we go, we're back on
Then
Lawson
behind
again.
We have Sainz. Sainz behind 1.1. All right, let's concentrate.
Right, come on, Valtteri, make the move. Come on, Lewis, get the dive bomb. Ah. Frustrating.
Behind we have Sainz. Gap to him 0.9.
Need more power.
Continue like this.
And Jesus, only just getting through now.
Yep.
That was hard work, getting past Lawson. But
That's
we're
all
in
good.
20th, which is our
There's
target position for
4.2 seconds
Valtteri.
ahead of you now.
Now we need to stay there.
Okay, charge on.
Copy.
Lindblad's left us for dead. We've got another yellow flag. Temporary one, someone running wide, maybe? Yeah, Gasly running wide.
Now we're just proceeding through turn 4. And that won't help their chances.
Cutting,
But hopefully not a sign of things to come.
cutting Radion there.
Behind we have Sainz. Race is long. And you can use all the boost bar.
Yeah, well, points is gone. It's not going to happen now. Schumacher in 10th
Behind with DRS.
is, well, it's only, what, still 15 seconds. So the gap's coming down, but 15, 16 seconds. It's come down at a touch, but we just don't have enough pace to go after him, unfortunately. And whatever the fault is with Ocon's car, it's not affected his pace at all, because he's still been keeping
Next car behind now is
keeping way ahead of us.
Sainz behind 0.4.
And the frustrating thing for Valtteri is it took so long to get past Lawson that we've now easily dropped him, but look how far we are away from Albon. Who's here, basically. Right behind Hamilton. Are we going to see any late stops? Shake the order up a bit more. Russell gets ahead of Gasly, so Russell to 7th place. That's 6 points for Russell now, so it's now a 19-point swing. If he stays there. Sainz having another look. You can see Valtteri in the background now. He's lapping quicker on those soft tyres than we are on these hards, because it's a quicker compound and we're having to defend. If this is where we end up, this is where we end up. But it means that both cars will finish in their sponsor positions. Top 18 need for Lewis, top 20 for Valtteri. So that'll be worth, you know, a nice little chunk of change, considering we came into this Grand Prix with about 40,000 in the bank. Tsunoda has lost out on 2nd place. Piastri moves back ahead. It took him a while to get there. Ocon and Lindblad fighting, and Lindblad pushing through up into 14th place. He's had a better season this year in that Audi than he did last season in the RB. He scored points this year. There's a more competitive package as well, which has helped. Got to save what's left of Hamilton's battery now.
Charge on.
Understood.
And the gap to Ocon has suddenly come down a bit. How do you see the tyre wear of the drivers? I deliberately put a mod on that hides it, because I don't want that exact information. I mean, I could be cheeky. If I were to look at the steering wheel, you can see the tyre wear of my front left and rear left, and then my front right and rear right. That's the wear rate, and that's the same information that will be shown on the AI cars if we look at their steering wheel, which is why I try not to do that. But we can still go to tyre history and see how long they've been on their tyres, which is a more general bit of information that, you know, I'm happy to see, because we would have access to that ourselves, you know, if we were in Formula One. We just wouldn't know the specific wear condition. We could estimate based on seeing shots of the cars and what their tyre wear looks like from the amount of rubber that they picked up. So if I just focus in on sites as an example, there you can see the rubber build-up, or you know, the marbles that have been picked up, and that's what simulates the wear on the tyres. The heavier this gets, the more the tyre is worn out. These tyres are probably pretty comparable to mine, maybe even slightly better. But it's a different compound, so the wear rate will be different. Ocon's pace has finally started to fall away a little bit. I don't know if that's indicative of him getting ready to change to a set of softs to close out the race, or if that fault is finally starting to bite him. Valtteri's closing up because he's consistently lapping quicker than Lewis by a fair bit at the moment. Another yellow flag. Iwasa running wide.
Right, we're at turn 14 here. Oh, and they need to be watching those track limits.
Yeah,
but all
off
being well
the
and
track at
fingers crossed,
Stavlo into
no
the gravel.
lasting damage to the car.
And he's going to immediately get jumped by Lindblad. And another yellow flag as Lindblad looks to make the move. And another yellow flag. So a lock up at turn 5. That is Les Combes, the entrance to the Les Combes chicane.
Well, you can see the lockup.
Ooh,
He took a gamble, and it was just too late.
Managed to avoid hitting the back of Gasly there. No, Hamilton!
Oh, I'm so sorry, guys.
Ah, damn it.
Charge on.
We'll let Valtteri go through. And tell Hamilton not to fight, but we are going to have to switch them back over again. Hopefully Valtteri can close the gap up. Give us a chance to get Lewis back into position for the sponsors. We've killed his confidence as well, which isn't good.
ERS. And try to increase pushing status.
And now I'm struggling to stay with him because my pace is being affected. Not massively, but it adds up.
At the moment, we are good.
Valtteri is definitely closing in on Magnussen. I need Hamilton to go with him.
Charge on.
Copy.
And he needs to be in the DRS zones to be able to achieve that. He is not doing it at the moment. Wasser gets back in front of Lindblad. Lindblad and Wasser side by side. And Lindblad retakes the place again.
This focuses a long race. Charge on.
Copy.
Leclerc trying to get past Tsunoda. Almost managed it.
And we need charge button on. Charge button on.
Yeah, copy.
Take care of the tires. Okay.
Right, looks like we are just about in DRS range with Valtteri now. Magnussen starting to drift away. Stroll gets past Hadjar, he's up to 11th. RB have not scored a point yet this season. They could possibly get one here today. That would definitely be a big achievement for them. Is that Lawson retiring?
Well, yeah, right. It certainly looks like they've developed a fault.
No, maybe it's another issue with that car on top of the already serious issues that it has.
And push.
Right, finding out of spare fuel with
We need
Valtteri.
to do more lift and coast. Please increase by 10%.
Copy.
I'm going to start putting some pressure on the cars in
Okay,
front.
for mode push.
All good.
5 laps to go at the end of this lap.
Copy.
Worried I'm about to drop Hamilton in the process. I think I have. Ah, damn it. If I can get Valtteri in front, I'm going to slam the anchors on.
No worries, mate.
Right, not this lap.
Charge on.
Copy.
Everyone is starting to queue up behind Ocon. This could be tricky. The hard tyres just not working for Lewis, unfortunately. Not enough
Increase
pace in
lift and
them.
coast. Yep.
Should have started on the mediums, tried to take them long and then go onto a set of softs. Just do the one stop that way.
Just do your best.
Ooh, Iwasa's in. So we are potentially going to see some last gas pit stops.
Five laps to go, including this one.
Copy.
How far behind is he going to come out? Not as far behind as I would have liked. Still can't get Lewis close enough. Evening, Clark. We were wondering if we were going to see you at some point this evening. How is Vegas? And whereabouts was the manhole cover issue on the track? Is it down the strip?
And charge button on, charge button on.
Yep.
And we are free to fight.
Understood.
Mode push.
Copy.
Next guy in front, Bottas. Continue like this.
4 laps remaining, including this one.
Copy.
You can do this.
Copy.
Oh, God damn it. I just lost the DRS again. No, I managed to keep it this time. Whew. Turn 17.
Remember, long way to go in this race. So currently you are P18.
Here comes Iwasa, look.
Hamilton behind you. What about tyres?
Tyres starting to drop.
Yeah, that's what I figured when you said turn 17. A lot of lockups, weren't there? Huge amount of lockups.
Do your best. Go back to doing lift and coast now.
Copy.
From tyre point of view, we don't think lift and coast is necessary.
Copy.
Mode push.
Oh my God, he's just dive bombed straight through.
No lift off needed. You are doing a good job.
Understood.
Copy.
What is it you don't like about the track? Oh, all right. Well, yeah. Go enjoy Vegas, and we'll catch up next week.
Okay, let's get on it. Still everything to play for.
Lift off needed.
Evening, Mike.
high-speed management is very good.
Yeah, copy.
And we need to increase lift and coast by 30%.
Copy.
Just cool your tyres.
Copy.
Okay, remember mode push.
Copy.
We need to maintain position. So there's 2 laps to go at the end of this one.
You want to be hot in the dessert? Try a sticky toffee pudding.
So next car, Ocon. A long way to go. You can save less.
Copy.
Right, we're through our knock-on.
Copy.
Now I need to try and punch Hamilton through, if at all possible.
Yes, copy.
The drivers are the wrong way round. This is annoying. The gap to Piastri is only 3 seconds. Wow. That's come down pretty quickly. 1 lap to go.
Ocon 0.6 behind with DRS.
And more energy available.
Copy.
Lando Norris wins it. He's first over the line. It's all over. Norris picks up first place.
They can be really proud of what they've achieved today. A result like that doesn't just fall into your lap.
Ocon in front. All right, let's concentrate. And increase lift and coast.
Oh, god damn it. I'm not going to get it.
Understood.
Ah, no. Damn it. Ah.
Continue, keep going. And just a reminder.
So, we get 300 and something. Well, no, 600 and something with Valtteri. We miss out on the big money with Hamilton. That's frustrating.
Today, Lando Norris has made the team's dream a reality.
It was a truly excellent win, with everything working together for the team and driver.
Pure elation there as the driver regroups with a team that worked so hard to see this moment. Lando Norris certainly loves a podium, heading up there now to celebrate again.
Win number 5 is in the bag. They pulled out all the stops, pushing hard to earn that victory.
And there you have it, a smiley podium lineup at the Belgian Grand Prix. Well, Karun, how do you think they'll be feeling in the team garage at the end of that?
It was a strangely mixed weekend for them. We saw one driver put in a strong performance, but it was a different story for the other. Definitely positives there, though.
That is that for this weekend's F1 action here in Belgium.
Next round, we're moving on to an exhilarating circuit. Formula One will be taking to the Hungaroring for the Hungarian Grand Prix.
Okay, confirmation then of the final results of what turned out to be an extremely frustrating Grand Prix. Lando takes the win ahead of Oscar. Leclerc in third. It's Antonelli taking P4. So good day for McLaren. Fifth for Tsunoda. Sixth for George. Damage limitation in full effect there after qualifying down in 12th. Managed to get as many points as he could. Just missed out on potentially getting fourth by less than 1.5 seconds in the end. Gasly 7th, 8th for Verstappen, again out of position in qualifying from 13th up to 8th. 9th for Behrman, and Stroll gets into the points. That's his first point and Racing Bull's first point of the season. Let's see the bottom half. It's Schumacher in 11th, Hadjar 12th, Lindblad in 13th. He had a good race today, good pace, up 8 places from where he started. Sainz, disappointing Grand Prix for him. He finished in 14th, ahead of Alex Albon. Magnussen in 16th, Valtteri in 17th, 18th for Iwasa, 19th for Ocon. Very disappointing Grand Prix for Hamilton, and the hard tyres did not work, unfortunately. They just were not quick enough. Yeah, we've cost ourselves some money today. Shocking race for Lawson, down 15 places to finish in 21st, although he did have some issues with the car as the race progressed. And just the one retirement, Gabriel Bortoleto crashing at the second part of the Lafagna chicane, bringing out a VSC. Let's take a look then at the driver standings. Lando does go top again by 1 point from George Russell. That is very, very tight. Oscar moves up into third place, comfortably ahead of Verstappen, thanks to yet another podium for Oscar. That is his 6th podium of the season. 171 points for him. He is 12 points clear of Verstappen now. Gasly in 5th is on 91 points. Leclerc closing back up. He's 3 behind on 88 in 6th. Then it's Tsunoda moving above Albon into 7th place. 74 points for him. No points for Albon or Lewis this weekend, so they stay on 66 and 54 respectively. Antonelli now just 3 points behind Hamilton, moving up into 10th place above Carlos Sainz. He's on 42 points. Then it's Lawson with 34, Ocon with 33, Bortoleto has 30. 2 more points for Behrman, he's up to 26 now. 21 points for Schumacher in 16th. 17th is Hadjar with 18. Then it's Lindblad with 8 points, Valtteri with 5, Magnussen with 3, Stroll up to 21st with 1 point, off the mark at last, and still on 0 points, Ayumu Iwasa. So in the constructor standings, once again, despite George's difficulties, they still outscore everybody at Mercedes. They scored 33 points today, stretching their lead over McLaren by another 3, and that gap is now 267 points. That's a huge margin as we're into the backside of this championship now. Just 8 races to go, including a sprint. No, including 3 sprints. Red Bull, 177 points. They picked up just 4 this weekend. Ferrari trying to close the gap back up again. They scored 15. They're on 130 now. Alpine have 112. Aston move above Williams with 107. Williams on 100. We are still on 59, but we're now 41 points away from 7th place, losing a little bit more ground as a result. Audi still on 38, 29 points now for Haas, thanks to Ollie Behrman's 2 points today. And Racing Bulls are finally off the mark. In the pit stop challenge, we got the second quickest stop, not quite the fastest. That goes to Hadjar's Red Bull. Mercedes take 3rd, McLaren 4th and 10th, 5th and 9th for Racing Bulls. Mercedes is also taking 8th with Norris, with Williams picking up 6th and 7th. Oh, excuse me. So, let's see what that's done to the standings. Red Bull have 228 points, 186 for McLaren in 2nd, Mercedes 3rd with 149. We are up 2 places into 4th. We're on 135 points. That's awesome. 122 for Alpine, 119 for Ferrari. No points for them. They both dropped down a place thanks to our heroics in the pit lane today. No points either for Audi. They stay on 95 points. Racing Bulls closing the gap a bit. They're on 81 points now after picking up 12 this weekend. Aston on 49. Coming under pressure from Williams. They're up to 42 points after picking up 14 today. Haas still bottom with 6 points. Very good stops all round for Valtteri. His first stop, excellent, amazing. Quickest stop of the season for us. But a very, very strong second stop as well. Hamilton's stop, his one and only stop, unfortunately had an issue. And we lost a good 2 and a bit seconds on that stop, unfortunately. So, yeah, not ideal. And, of course, Hamilton, with that lockup, failed to finish in the top 18 when he was comfortably there. So that really has hurt us financially. At least Valtteri came good, got his target. He actually ended up finishing in 17th and could potentially have finished a little higher. Not high enough to get points, but could have finished a little higher. But I was trying to keep the pace down to give Hamilton a chance to get back into 18th. That didn't happen, unfortunately. So let's head back to HQ and see where we stand. So we have a spare rear wing now. Ian Gregg's rating goes up to an 88. Our new suspensions are ready, but I don't think we can afford to build more than 2. Might not even be able to afford to build 2. Let's have a look. We have 800,000. These are 300 each, so we can afford to build 2, but no spares. There we go. 206,000 in the bank if we get... I think even money from the tour centre will leave us just short. Damn it. And we're about to lose money because it's the end of the month. At least we managed to get 2 of these into production. We're 4 days away from Hungary, so we're not going to get them for Hungary anyway, but we'll have them for Monza. Well, Imola and then Monza. Let's take a look at our inbox. Post-race data. What got broken? A few parts. We lost the suspension. Dear, oh dear. And we lost the front wing and we lost 2 rear wings as well. Let's see if we can put the cars back together again. There we go. I've got no front wings left now. Ugh. And no spare suspensions, but we've got the new one coming. No new side pods yet. Are we even building side pods? No, we're not. We're not building anything. Oh, dear. This isn't good. This really isn't good. We're running out of parts and we have no money to build replacements. I don't like this. Really don't like having no money at all. We are scrimping and saving for every tiny little bit of cash we can. Alright, let's have a look at the monthly affiliates. We're getting to point in reactions for Jack, but no change for Logan. Getting to point in control for Pietro. No change to Danny Rick. Let's take a look at the main drivers. No change there. Status quo is kept in check. And now we're $1 million in debt again. Right, let's take a look at August in Formula One as we move into September. So Red Bull introduced, Racing Bulls introduced a new suspension, and one of the best on the grid apparently. Now they're working on a rear wing. They definitely started to find a bit of performance in the last race or two. Ferrari are below where they expected to be. Now, it's been a little up and down for them this season. They're 4th in the Constructors. Leclerc's 6th. Sainz not having a good return to the Scuderia. There you can see Sainz on just 42 points. But it's not that much better for Leclerc. He's only on 88. You know, he's been outscored quite comprehensively so far by, you know, the main drivers, the main rivals for the title. The two Mercedes driver, Oscar, and even Gasly's outscored Leclerc so far. So, yeah, it's not been the greatest season for Ferrari. Maybe things will turn around for them. Let's get our pit crew training in. Let's have a look, see what we can get plotted in. Let's try and get some real focus on speed before we go to Hungary. And when we come back, let's go with a day of car building. Continue to work on our skills. We are still making mistakes, unfortunately, despite our improvements. And once we've finished Hungary, we'll have back-to-back races in Italy. Imola first, then Monza after. It's a little bit more fatigue than I would like. Let's downgrade that. And let's downgrade that one. There we go, perfect. So we go in with 0 fatigue into Imola. And then I can get a little bit of training in, maybe another day of car building. It's a little bit too much. All right, let's instead go with just a morning of gym training. There we go. We can't fully capitalize, but we can still get some training in before we head to Monza. Then when we come back, it's just a normal Grand Prix, isn't it? Yes. Let's see. Let's do pit stop training. Oh, sorry, speed training. And a bit more speed training. And then let's do a day of car building. That's a bit too much. Alright, so let's dial that back and dial that back. Like so. Get to the end of the month, 23% fatigue, which means we'll have 0 fatigue going into the next day. There we go. What's in the inbox? It's the race preview, isn't it? It's advance time. And there we go. So, we are prepped and ready. It's going to be warm with a high chance of rain. Ooh. Oh, yeah. It's going to be very wet in Hungary. That's probably not going to help us. Damn it. I was hoping to get points in Hungary. Might not be able to. I don't know. Maybe Hamilton's wet weather skill will play a factor, but if it's warm, there's a chance the Inters will overheat, but we shall see. But that's Monday's Grand Prix, so that's it for tonight. If you've enjoyed tonight's race, then a thumbs up would be much appreciated. If you're not yet subscribed, then why not consider subscribing to the channel as well? Be sure to hit that bell for notifications on live streams and videos. Jurassic World Evolution 3 will be back on the channel next week. We will be back on Monday with round 13 as we head to the Hungaroring. Until then, though, that's it from me. Enjoy your weekend, enjoy the Las Vegas Grand Prix, and I'll be back with some more F1 Manager very soon.